There it is, New York City. It can make or break your brand in a matter of months, weeks, days, or seconds. But when we're talking about sports, it means a lot here. But far from the arenas, far from the bright lights, it's here in the streets. In the streets where sometimes getting a seat means get it anywhere you can. Check out our version of the luxury box. Day after day, night after night, these venues are packed with urban gladiators, performing, doing their thing, and it's free of charge. Allow me to give you a first-hand look at the birthplace of Game Over. Which started out as an idea, swiftly grew into a brand. A brand that was interjected right into the roots, right into the marketplace. In 1994, it was our quest to put this name, this brand, this logo on the backs of as many urban gladiators as we possibly could. And see, when the action gets hot and heavy, that's where you want to be. That's where you become authentic. That's where you become accepted. And within a short time, everywhere you went, the Game Over logo, the Game Over brand was seen. Our marketing strategy was simple. We wanted to be everywhere. Park after park, tournament after tournament, clinic, camps, you name it, we were there. We implemented this strategy for a solid 3.5 years, making sure that no park went untouched by the Game Over brand. Thus becoming a part of the fabric, a part of the culture of these inner city urban sporting events. Yes, it started out in the inner city, but it quickly moved out to the suburbs as well. Game Over was being accepted, being embraced by our target market all across the board. The creativity of these urban gladiators was matched by none. Some of it was simply incredible, and some of it was borderline absurd. You see, there was a secret bubbling in the hood. The secret was that this was the best show in town. The best show in town at the right price. You see, this was free. The action was hot and heavy, and the places were packed. Camps and clinics were also a part of our marketing strategy. The Game Over logo was now being worn on the backs of thousands. Within a short time, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing a Game Over garment or the Game Over logo being represented at these venues across the city. See, we knew early in the game that here is where the styles are set and here's where the brands are created. And this is where we had to be.
After several years of building our brand on the street level, our first foray into the event arena was Hoops for Heroes. It was our idea to give some of the top talent in the New York City area an opportunity to use their God-given skills to positively touch the lives of those affected by the 9/11 tragedy. Tryouts and practices were held right here at 275 in Brownsville, Brooklyn, as the event quickly began to take shape. And now it was time. Hoops for Heroes was scheduled to take place in front of a packed house at Hofstra University, pitting the best from Long Island versus the best from the New York City area. The battle was great, but the cause was even greater. Many of the participants in this event have gone on to professional basketball careers, taking with them an experience they will never forget. More importantly, the money was raised and the mission was accomplished. Hoops for Heroes was successful in bringing game over from the streets of New York City into the mainstream, but it's our camps and clinics that have affected even greater numbers. Whether it be our independent camps or our solid 5-year affiliation with the New York Knicks Summer Basketball Program, the Game Over Camp and Clinic initiative is in full effect. At our camps and clinics, not only do we teach the skills to be successful in the sport itself, but the skills and principles of success that will make one successful in life. We find that all participants find the Game Over Camp and Clinic experience to be a rewarding and fun-filled one. One of the most ambitious projects to date, the Last Man Standing One-on-One Basketball Challenge, in conjunction with the New York Knicks, McDonald's, and Madison Square Garden. In this event, McDonald's parking lots were converted into beautiful basketball courts in search of the best one-on-one ball player in the New York City area. 7 events spread out through the boroughs of Manhattan and New Jersey. This turned out to be a spectacular event. Last Man Standing, a creation of Game Over, in conjunction with the New York Knicks and Madison Square Garden, had the ultimate prize at the end. The finalists got to compete on the floor of Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. In the end, a champion is crowned, and we move on, looking forward to the following year's competition. Last Man Standing is now 3 years running. Hold on, we're not finished, not even close. Game Over was invited to put on the Last Man Standing competition in Europe. That's right, Last Man Standing, Spain. These are the first looks at Last Man Standing, Spain, which took place 90 minutes outside of Barcelona, in a beach town named Plata de Ora. The question was, could we create the excitement and the atmosphere that we experienced at Last Man Standing in New York, a half a world away? The pictures speak for themselves, and Last Man Standing will take place annually in Spain.
€1.000, un viatge a Nova York, el guanyador del Last Man Standing 2008, Nacho Martín.
There are now plans for Last Man Standing Greece and Last Man Standing Africa.
While putting ourselves on the backs of our target market was a great marketing strategy in itself, we had to find a way to put ourselves in the hearts and the minds of our eventual consumers.
The trophy just got in from Hong Kong today, believe it or not.
Really?
And I want to reveal this.
Okay.
This is the Game Over trophy.
And so basically when you look at this trophy...
Thus the strategy was to take our logo, the man with the ball in one hand and the rim in the other, and create a sculpture, a figure, and call it the Game Over Trophy. In 1996, the Game Over Trophy was introduced. We knew by turning our brand, our logo into an award, into a trophy, that it would stay with our competitors for years to come and always be there to remind them of the Game Over brand. Within a short period of time, we were getting requests from all over for the Game Over trophy. What started out as a marketing strategy, a branding tool, turned into a full-blown business. In many circles, the Game Over trophy is considered the Heisman of basketball. From the beginning, it was important to us to create an award that represented the actual players that would receive them. To our knowledge, this is the first trophy for the sport of basketball that actually has a black man as the figure on top. The acceptance of this award was absolutely amazing. People were stunned by its beauty and its statement. Thousands of trophies have been sold and shipped to date. We at Game Over had found a permanent way to etch our brand in the minds of our target market. Fostering affiliations with camps and clinics throughout the tri-state area and now the country, we have been able to export our brand, our attitude, our look in a way that has never been done before. Understanding the power of the music industry to market any item to our target market, the challenge was to make this work for us. Thus, the creation of Shakin'. Shakin', where ballin' meets breakin'. Breakin' the street term for breakdancing, ballin' the street term for playing basketball. Combine the two and create a competition that would infuse these two elements, basketball and hip hop. We knew that this had the potential to be successful, but we had no idea. We were not surprised how quickly this caught on. Many kids had practiced and possessed these skills, but did not have a formal, structured environment to show off their talents. We provided that. Within a short time, Shakin' became one of the hottest trends to hit the streets. Shakin' teams were formed and competitions were set up all across the city. It was one-on-one shaking, team shaking, and the ever-popular synchronized shaking. Very quickly, the mainstream media caught on to this new phenomenon, and we were invited to perform on numerous morning shows. Articles were written and the stage was set. In 2005, Game Over created Shakin', the reality TV show, in search of the best shakers in the tri-state area. It was a combination of American Idol and Making the Band. Shakin' has gotten us national and international attention, and the Shakin' show has its own agent and is now being shopped to the networks.
Once again, Game Over had created an activity and experience that will not quickly be forgotten. You see, what started out in a vacant parking lot in behind a school in Brownsville, Brooklyn, made it to the big time, made it to the floor of Madison Square Garden. That's right, the Shakin' team was invited to be halftime entertainment at a New York Knicks basketball game.
So at the end of the day, what does it all mean? In 10 plus years, we have created a brand that is strong and will continue to exploit and expand its notoriety and popularity.
Yo, check it out, y'all. This is Doc Ice, pioneer this thing we call hip-hop, Game Over style. I'm chilling with my man, Cat. Y'all know what time it is. The dog is the master when it comes to comedy and a bunch of other things. But I'm going to let him shout out to y'all. Yo, Cat, talk to the brothers.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Cat Williams. What a pleasure to be here. Game over, the last word. You know what it is. That's the last thing you hear if you win or if you lose.
There you
Game
go.
over. And remember, if it's not shaking, it's faking.
heard
If
it
you're
first.
standing still, you just got passed up. Bam! Welcome to the poster. Game over.
It's like that, y'all. I don't know what else to say, but I'm out.